Well, it happened.
Something happened today?
Oh my God, it was IPO day.
What's an IPO, Jess?
Oh my God. Here we are, sweeping up the confetti behind the parade. It's Health in 2.0. IPO. Really? You're like Glenn Tolman now. He was like, what? I'm never going to IPO.
Okay, so
I'm going to cut together all of the interviews that I have of Glenn where he's like, no, never going to IPO.
I think we should just do a new one in which he denies that they're going to IPO having done it. All right. So what we're talking about, okay, the party is we're talking about 2 major digital health IPOs just today.
Yep.
And really, it's been a long while.
It has been. So get your timer ready. Let's talk about those. Ready?
Ready.
Here we go. Okay, we're going. No, we're not. Now we're going. Okay, so Livongo, IPO. Was this better than we expected or what?
I mean, wow, it's 100, growing fast, but 130 odd million annual run rate when it went out. Maybe it gets to 200 million annual revenue run rate. Still losing a lot of money, but obviously making big progress with a lot of clients. But I mean, if you said to me it'll go out and be worth $1.5 billion, I'd say that's that's not bad. It ends up that they price it about $2.5 billion and it's worth about 3.5, nearly on the way to 4 today. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot to go into, but it also gives them a whole lot of capital. And they have a guy they call Lee Shapiro who likes buying stuff, and so I think they'll be growing fast by acquisition as well.
Acquisition speed. Okay, so number 2, the other IPO, the silent IPO, really it feels like that nobody's talking about. Health Catalyst.
Health Catalyst, and a lot of the people that we know, and a lot of the venture world, the UPMCs and the guys that ventures, finally get out. Health Catalyst has been talking about. Dan Burton was CEO was at a health talking about IPO, I think 3 years ago. We were all expecting to happen.
Maybe that's why they're quiet about it.
On the same day, and they raised a little bit less money, but they're still valuations on the way to $2 billion, which again, for a company that's not growing as fast as Livongo, got revenues in the $100 million range, also hasn't quite made a profit yet. Ain't bad.
All right, let's not talk about IPOs anymore. Let's talk about this. Oscar Health is getting into Medicare Advantage. You see that? That just slipped in there.
Yeah, they did, but I mean, the answer is they've got to, right? Because they've been in the individual market. Most people in the individual market don't spend that much money. The real money being made in American healthcare on the insurance side is the Medicare Advantage. And if you're going to not look at that opportunity with the amount of money they've raised and their valuation, which was, God, lost to $3 billion or something, or for a century round, you've got to go.
All right. Last thing that I saw about, it was an article in Stat about Fitbits not being able to track heart rates accurately and if they're being worn on people of color. So this was really interesting to me. It has to do with that green light technology. I'm just going to keep talking over the rooster.
Talk over the rooster. Go on.
So my question is what does this mean for the wearables industry if the main tech that they're relying on, and it's not just Fitbit, it was like Garmin, Apple, all of those use this green light technology to detect heart rate. So what does this mean for wearables? Well, my favorite category.
Cannot say I'm a great expert. However, I was with some people from Samsung, God, a while ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago, and they were trying to talk about that they originally in their watch were trying to detect blood pressure, and the scientist who was telling the engineer was telling me about this from Samsung, who himself was Indian, said it didn't work on people with high doses of melanin in their skin. So I think there's a couple of things here. Right? One is that the overall accuracy of all the studies is going to be reassessed and they're going to be worked on that, especially when we start using this stuff not just for fun but for real medical purposes. And you may have noticed also that there's a new CEO from LifeCore today, a woman came from Amazon, I don't know her name, but so maybe a really there are some other. It's maybe the wrist isn't the only way. Maybe something like the LifeCore watch, and they've got a wristband thing as well. The LifeCore sensing technology is a way to do it. On the other hand, they've got to clean their act up, right? You can't have a tool which doesn't work for the majority of the world or huge section of the world's population. So.
Interesting to see, and plus they didn't know really how much it wasn't working. There isn't a definitive study that says how inaccurate that is. That's not defending them, but I'm just saying there needs to be more work done and looking into how bad
this is. This is a combination of pressure of getting to market. On the other hand, with the minimum viable products, and then getting something that's actually bulletproof. Apparently, Apple Apple Watch does a little bit better, but nonetheless, more needs to be done here, more needs to be looked into because we are moving to this world of tracking and sensing everywhere. And by the way, it's not just on the wrist. I ran into a company yesterday that is tracking seniors' respiration and heart rate from a light bulb. So,
Want to hear more about that. All right, well, if you guys have any questions for us, have any topics you want us to address, I'm thinking it's going to be pretty slow here, cruising out of the end of the summer. Now there's nothing to IPO. I mean, the excitement is over, isn't it?
I don't know. My sense is that having seen that today, a lot of health tech CEOs are sitting around licking their lips, going, either we're going to go find Lee, Glenn, and Zane, and Jenny and sell something to them, or we fancy that trip down to ring the opening bell at NASDAQ ourselves.
Yeah, right? I mean, where's our money? Don't they need a 2-minute question and answer series to throw up on the Livongo net?
Yeah, can I say for the record that the folks at Frisia, Livongo, and Health Catalyst have all been super to me at Health 2.0 and TCB over the years, and I cannot complain at all in all of them, although if...
You were complaining to me about not being included in enough friends and family
the friends and family around by anybody, but
be careful who you work with as you're coming up. That's my advice to all the health tech startups that I've talked to that know him too.
So friends and family invitations to us at the following Twitter handles.
Yes, you can send them to @JessTomasa and of course @BultyBoy. He's waiting for those, and also the checks that he deserves for shares he had been promised only in his head to himself. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us for this episode of Health in 2.0. We'll see you next time.